Welcome to Hey Dr. Sue. So people submit their sex questions to me anonymously, and once a week I post one question and one answer. Do you have a sex question you've always wanted answered? Go ahead and check out the description for information on how to submit it anonymously. This week's question is, do guys like giving girls oral? So it's hard for me to answer this because every guy is different. Some might love giving girls oral, some might not care for it, but they do it because the girl likes it, and some guys, they just won't do it at all. The thing to keep in mind is that we learn about sex mostly from the media and our friends, and what we learn is going to help shape what we think about certain behaviors. And in this country, there's some really varying views on a man going down on a woman. It wouldn't be accurate to say that all these views are negative, but a lot are. Part of it may be linked to power. The person who's receiving oral is viewed as being in a more dominant position. This means that the giver is more submissive, and that's not a role we tend to associate with men. At least not in public. In private, we know that many men enjoy being submissive. Part of it is linked to the idea that the focus of sex play should be on men and what they want. There's a lot of research to show that women focus more on their male partner's pleasure than they do on their own during sex play. So to shift that focus onto women and women's pleasure is a departure from what we may think of as normal or acceptable. For those of you who are DC Comics fans, you may remember the whole thing that blew up a couple of years ago around this issue. Supposedly, there was going to be a scene in Harley where Batman would go down on Catwoman and the scene was cut. The rumor, and I want to admit here, I have no idea if this was true, but you can Google it for yourself. The rumor was that it was cut because, quote, heroes don't do that. That statement speaks volumes about the expected roles of men and women. And yes, I know that I'm talking about heroes in comics. In doing some research for this post, I came across a really interesting thesis done a few years ago that said that the Motion Picture Association of America will give a higher restrictive rating to movies where a woman is receiving oral sex than it does when the movie depicts rape. That says a lot about how we view female pleasure and that it isn't something that's appropriate for everyone to see. Now, with all that said, there are plenty of men who enjoy going down on a woman, and we can see that being depicted in some mainstream media and definitely in porn. And while statistically women are more likely to go down on their male partners than vice versa, the numbers really aren't that far off. It's only like a 7% difference. But it really comes back to the individual guy and what he likes and what he's comfortable with. If you're a woman who wants your partner to go down on you, talk to him about it. He may have been taught that as a man, he's not supposed to do that. Maybe he doesn't know that you want that. Maybe he's worried that he won't do it right. We have this cultural expectation that men are supposed to know everything when it comes to sex, but if he never learned that oral on a woman was a good thing or how to do it, he may worry about his performance. Until next time, be safe and have fun. Did you like that video? If so, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know when new videos come out. Also, check out the description to find out how to find me on Instagram, Medium, and Twitter. And make sure to check the description for links where you can submit your sex question.